Okay, I'm gonna try to record another dream. Um, this one was especially scary. I still have to sleep, so I might have a hard time trying to explain it. But it was me and Daniel living in like a hotel resort, like with a beach. And then I was offered like next door to split a house, either for like a contest or for something with another family. And I was the only one who took that offer, so Dan just stayed in the resort. And I think I was working as a comedian at that time, just telling jokes like in commercials, stuff like that. Um, like telling them to invest in alcohol while saying that like alcohol might be going bankrupt soon because people are stopping to drink. Like just, I mean, it was funnier when I said it. I mean, I didn't say it like that, but it was funnier when I said it in the dream. But anyway, the oh, sorry, I'm falling asleep. The the family I was living with were all like Mexicans, and when we were living with them, we'd like hear them all the time. And then there was this one daughter that they had that really liked me and Daniel, and it was all right, I guess. Like she didn't start getting creepy or anything, but like we didn't really try to get her back. We weren't really at home that much, and when we would have to like not share a room, but when we would come back home late or something, like there was like 10 people. It was like a stereotypically large Mexican family, and we would just hear them arguing. And sorry, I'm falling asleep and I'm forgetting at the same time. Uh, they would just be arguing, and they'd get like pretty like violent with each other. And I would see like there was just like so many family members, and they had like boyfriends over and stuff, and like it looks like they were or boyfriends and girlfriends over, and it looks like they were just like half of the family was like romancing their partners, and the other one was just fighting. And eventually moved out, and I remember, I think the lady, it was actually a pretty funny scene that happened. There was this lady who told me that there's a way to get to the Lake of Knowledge or the Cave of Knowledge or something like that by sleeping a certain way. And if you could hold your breath long enough while you're sleeping, you wake up in the Cave of Knowledge or lake, whatever. It's kind of like a cave. You come out of a waterfall and you land. So I did it, and then I slept. When I woke up, I looked at the waterfall, and Daniel was already there. But I couldn't tell if it was actually him, and I still don't know if it was actually him. If it was him in the dream, if it was just just a guy who looked like Daniel, who acted like Daniel in the dream. Um, but I come out, the water's purple, and it's like a cave all around us that's like lit up somehow by like purple fireflies or some shit like that. And I see that there's an underwater cave in the little shore that's there, and I have to land in that cave because if I land on the shore from the height that I'm at, I'll just crash into the rock and I'll be in pain. And I also see like a little mermaid swimming around there, which is I guess a bonus. So you get some knowledge, you get a mermaid girlfriend, or enemy. I don't know. Usually mermaids are like enemies. So I did it. I jumped off and I landed perfectly in the little underwater cave that's by the shore, the rocky shore. And just the rock. It's a cave, so it's just smooth rock, which happens to have a mini cave that goes into it. So I land there and I come out, and I notice that there's a mermaid underneath in the cave, and I swim under. And she swims towards me, which looks kind of freaky, and I decide I'm gonna take her up out of the water. So I grab her. I start swimming with her up towards the water, towards the end of the cave, and I remember like holding my breath. I remember getting every time she would fight back and get away, I would lose my breath, and I had to keep getting my breath. I remember one time I found a pocket where there was no water. It was like there was like an underground air pocket, and when I did that, I sucked in like no oxygen. Like it was just dead air. So instead of getting a breath, I just um, inhaled air that isn't good for me, air that's not oxygen. And I remember I was able to finally get her up out of the water, and then I realized that she's mechanical and she's just flopping around like a fish. And Daniel was looking at me like crazy, and damn, I got something in my eye. And then my dad comes in, and he sees me holding this mermaid, and he doesn't say anything, and I let go of it to show that it's mechanical, and it's just kind of like flopping around, like kind of moving, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" I said, "It's my girlfriend. She's overdosing, and I don't know what to do." Because it's a joke. Because she's like face down, and she's just like moving, like she's trying to swim, and she's not actually swimming. And I don't know if explaining it made it worse, but the shit was funny in my dream. Like it made me laugh. And I remember waking up from the cave of knowledge and telling more jokes about how the houses are going for sale towards Christmas because um, suicide rates or something like that. I don't think it was that, but I feel like when I'm awake, that's the only reason why I think that would happen. Anyway, um, God dang, my eye hurts. Anyway, I remember waking up in the resort with my cousin and seeing I was seeing like numbers behind windows and doors, and I remember trying to piece them together by like opening them and then like hitting them or something, like it was like a secret game. And then I remember having a really disturbing dream within the dream of after I started messing with these numbers of it was like me I could like talk to myself or morph myself, and then I was like trying to fight off a female attacker who was doing the same thing to me. And I wish I could remember enough to draw her because she looked like even the simple doodle because she looked uh, like immaculately horrifying. Like she had like a head. She had like two heads on one side. And she looked cartoonish. She wasn't like humanoid or like a human, realistic like. And so she had like two heads. Yeah, and she had like two faces on one head, and her faces had asymmetrical symbols on them, and then her body like corkscrewed around with like branches, and she would have like symbols on these branches that looked like hands, and at the end of the hand was like a middle finger or something like that. and it just looked so like it wasn't. It looked kind of like a Picasso drawing or something like that. Like it wasn't like awe-inspiring, beautiful or anything, but it was just like it was just really stylistic, and I wish I could draw her. And when she was attacking me, it wasn't good because I was also deformed, and the body horror of seeing myself uh, morph was pretty weird. And I also remember getting streams of videos of like deformed people beamed into my mind. Like it was just like it was like a bunch of people in the Middle East. I think it's because I've been starting to hate social media, so I'm starting to hate it in my dreams also. Like it was a bunch of people in like they were wearing like hijabs, and they were like at a movie theater, but they were all over each other. Like they were like twerking and stuff like this, and then like the people who in the comment section was like, "This is why I don't care about wars and stuff like that," or some refugee bullshit. Like everybody's just being hateful in the video. I mean, on the video, and then everybody in the video is just being ignorant and just like silly. And then it showed like scenes of like bullying, and then like inappropriate sexual exploitation with like people like threatening people with videos or acts or something like that. Like I can't remember um, what this was, but I remember there was people who were like uh, bothering ugly people with um, videos they took of them, but I'm not sure if they were innately sexual. It was just like this is just the shame that they had on them was very dense. It was just like really visceral, hateful stuff that I was watching, and then I saw other deformed people making fun of the people who were deformed and getting bullied, which I think just adds like a new layer to the confusion. And and then I remember going out hiking, and I had this ability to summon spirit creatures. And I was hiking by like a rocky riverbed, like where there's like it just ate away at the rocks, and it was a little stream, and I'm just walking. I don't know where I'm going, and I I see a wolf, and then I have a dog with me. I don't have a wolf with me, a spirit wolf, and I try to howl back at the wolf to like freak it out or maybe confuse it. And when I howl, it comes out like really ragged. I think I'll try to imitate it. I don't think it's gonna do anybody any good, but I try to like do like a oh, oh something like that, but it comes out like oh, or it comes out like scratchy. But like it meant okay, so I can't do it, but now that I'm hearing myself try to do it, that's not what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm howling like the oh, but there's like a growl in it, so it's like oh, oh. I can't do it. Wait, hold on. Something like that. So it's like oh, and then at the same time, which only pisses it off because now it sounds like I'm calling it and being aggressive, and then it comes out from like the little like uh, pit that I could see it in, and there's like a mountain lion behind it, and it's just so weird to see those two animals just like hanging out. I was like, dude, I can't fucking take this on, even if I had a wolf with me. And I'm trying to summon. I'm trying to swap out my spirit fella, and I'm trying to look for a bear, and I remember it was like looking through my phone apps, and I typed in like bear, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to Google search bear because I was getting like Ryan Wood bear, written bear, whatever, just like people's names and locations when I typed in bear, and I couldn't find it in time, and then all of a sudden, the beasts are upon me, and they're attacking me, and I wake up in my dream resort bedroom, and I look at the walls, or I have this like beauty behind me, or like a mirror that has like shelves and lights and stuff like that. It's what it's called, bed frame. And I look, and there's like pictures that I see that kind of look like that same style I had of that nightmare girl in my dream. And when I like blink my eyes or rub them or like move something, I can't remember what I did, but I did something, and they changed. So it made me think that that the dreams affected me in real life somehow, and that I need to find more of those numbers I was looking for before I went to bed. And I did, and then I hear that Daniel is talking to somebody, and he has a bulldog, and I go over to him, and he's like he looks like an old golfer looking guy, like a fitness tennis coach kind of white old man, or old, not old man, like in his 50s old. And they said they gotta pick up their dad, or my Daniel's dad, and then I just say I gotta stay back because I got something to do. And like the sad part about this is that my it's gonna get horrible pretty soon. Just a warning. And he left his bulldog, and he also left uh, Cammy, which is, and Cammy's gonna be fine, by the way. Just so you guys don't freak out. And so I'm in charge of both of them, and I'm mostly worried about the bulldog because I don't know the bulldog, and I can kind of manage Cammy. And then the bulldog, there's like I find more of those little letters or numbers behind like windows and mirrors and stuff like that, and I click them, and eventually there's like this door that opens. I don't remember seeing it there before, and it opens, and another wolf comes out, or just like some weird looking dog, and my bulldog starts attacking it. Oh, that was another weird scene I can't remember. It's supposed to be like a prank of a dude holding like a deformed raccoon, holding like a monkey or something like that, and it was like chasing people with it, and it was like a prank on a TV show or something. I don't know, but it was a really ugly scene. It was just a really ugly dream in general. And then the bulldog starts attacking it, and then later I find out he's trying to like mount it. And if it somehow does, and I'm like disgusted because now I have to pull off this thing from it. And then I'm looking at the door where it came out of, and I feel this like sense of dread because I'm seeing something come out of that door, which is like still terrible. I'm getting chills and my hair is raising up just thinking about it. Because this door leads to like another world, like another dimension. It's not normal, and I see this like insect-like looking female head attached to this like stringy centipede-like body, like barely connected. It's like these thick um, thoraxes. I don't know what you call those segments on a centipede, but those things are made of flesh and bone, and they're really thick. But they're like separated by a lot, and then it has these like spindly, like insect-like arms and legs, and it starts looking at me, and it starts slithering up and down like at a very high wavelength. So it's going way up and it's going way down, and it's coming at me, and I see, and I'm just like completely horrified because I have no idea what the fuck to do, and I see more things like it crawling out and coming out towards me, and then all I do is just look for Cammy, and then I try to pick her up, and I close my eyes and try to run as far as I can from this place, and then I wake up, and then because I woke up in a dream before, I'm a little freaked out because I don't know where I am, and I try to fall asleep again to see if I can enter the dream, just to make sure I could get safe. And yeah, well, I'm telling this now in the waking world, so that should say enough that I'm not dreaming. Imagine if I did all this and I woke up again.